Hello and welcome. This is Sports This Morning, reaching you live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Austin Okonakpan.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Cecilia Omoge.
It's great to have you join us again on Tire Salam.
Let's tell you the story of how the Nigeria Professional Football League this new season started. 22 goals, 6 home wins, a draw and 2 away victories tells the story, but it didn't get back without some drama. What really happened in Kano that game between Ife Enyimba and Kano Pillars was abandoned? What could referee Folusho Ajayi not do? What did she do? All the talking points today on the program.
Yeah, no matter what she may have done, but then you don't walk out on the game, no, you leave it abandoned. Now from there, we have another game that was full of drama, talking about the Liverpool and Manchester United game. They had to share the points. In this one, there was also an offside goal, but the players did not walk off the pitch.
Jurgen Klopp maintains his very good record against Jose Mourinho. It's now 3 wins, 3 draws, and just the 1 defeat for the German against the special one. Okay, let's move on the show now and to the Australian Open. The first major of the year is on the way already, and world number 1 Sir Andy Murray was in action. We'll tell you how he fared in a bit. In a bit.
So
okay, we'll get started with your Andy Murray battles into second round of it.
Oh, really? No upsets? No upset, nah. No upset at all, because Andy Murray, we talked about it on Friday.
Right.
Was going to play Ilya Machenko. We talked about the possibilities of an upset. Austin, obviously, you always think there's a chance.
I just feel that's audited.
Yeah, right. So
yeah.
earlier this morning, Andy Murray took on Ilya Machenko, and he ended 7-5. 7-6 and 6-2. Look at those first 2 sets.
There you go.
There you go, right there. That's the story.
That's the story. He pushed him.
He pushed him hard.
It was no
really
pushover.
So, but the good thing is Andy Murray has battled his way through to the second round of the Australian Open. Remember, Austin, Cecilia, she is lost 5 times in the final already, and is looking to avoid, the similar feats this time around. In other games, Kai Nishikori beat Andrei Kuznetsov 5-7, 6-1, 6-4, 6-7, 6-2. 5 sets already.
In the opening round of games.
Austin, you're a big fan of Kai Nishikori. What do you think about the struggles early on in the competition?
Andy Murray struggled, so push it.
So it doesn't matter. Winning is not matter.
At least he ended his in just a 3 set, but this one went 5 sets. Opening game.
But then good test for Kai. Now Kai understands that there are people out there that want to beat me because I'm the presupposed revelation or part of the guys that should make a mark in world tennis. And this is a Grand Slam event. If you have this sort of start, you go back and say, how can I consolidate, get better?
You're spot on, Austin. So hopefully, Kai Nishikori kicks on from there later on in the competition. Let's go to the women's singles now, where Gabin Muguruza is through to the next round as well, too, because she won her own game against Erakovic 7-5. 6-4. Gabin Muguruza, after winning the French Open last year, she didn't really kick on like we expected. It ended up being a disappointing season for Gabin Muguruza. It remains to be seen what she would do this year. In other games, Shelby Rogers beat Simona Halep 6-3, 6-1 in the first round. So Celia, what's going on here?
About that.
That's a shocker.
I didn't expect this one from Simona Halep, but somehow it was just a straight set victory for Shelby Rogers. And you need to find out about Shelby Rogers. Where's she coming from? But when you have these ladies just coming from nowhere and stunning top seed, it tells you that the women's event is obviously going to be very, very tough. Typical
of the women's singles. The upsets are a lot more likely than you have in the men's singles. So better luck next time for Simona Halep. And Venus Williams, she won her own game, and she's through to the second round. She won 7-6, 7-5.
Okay.
So that's the first round action from the Australian Open.
For the women is out. Okay. We'll just see who's going to go next.
But then
Murray and Machenko game height or went down early hours of this morning, right there in Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah, I think we should just enjoy highlights of some of the first round action, that have been concluded.
Game set, Rogers. 2 sets to love, 6-3, 6-1.
Okay, welcome back from that, from those highlights from the Australian Open. Rafael Nadal will be in action really soon as well. So I mean, last year, not a very good one for him. He lost out in the first round.
That's right.
But this time around, there are a lot of doubts. People are wondering, okay, can Nadal really compete at the highest level? You know, his injuries well documented towards the end of last year. But I mean, I don't know what you think about it. Do you think Nadal has what it takes to actually go far in this competition?
I'm not good, Tony, but I love the optimism this guy is giving us this year. He has come out to declare no injuries, so don't worry for me.
Yeah.
If I stay without injuries, I can impress at this competition. Former Australian Open champion in 2009, so he understands that he needs to do one or two things for us to get talking about him again.
Yes.
So Rafael Nadal, hopefully without injuries, because the number his power play, we keep saying it doesn't help him. Okay, now he feels he's fine.
Yeah,
He's smiling.
To win Grand Slam 14. No, let's say that it did help him to
not in
win
recent
14.
times.
Recent times and his age.
If you won 14 Grand Slam,
What is forgetting?
before you're 29, just give it to him. Come on.
Because then he was youth. He was very youthful.
Youthful how? In his 20s?
Now power. Now power
Yeah,
play.
now he's getting on his feet now.
Just give it to him. His power play actually helped